Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been a little while, but here we are. So, this video, I kind of want to do like a bit something different, kind of like what happened with the other one. And what I mean by that is, after when I did the Pokemon Metronome Draft League, you may remember, or some of you may remember, that I did a video going over all 12 initial personas of my high school friend group. And now, since I've worked on Ultimate Personas, I think it's now time to discuss the 9 Ultimate Personas of the group. And these are just going to be my personal opinions and how I basically did the artwork, and basically everything that is around the mythology of something could be considered a little bit incorrect. But listen, I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me if I dunk on a favorite that you like. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe, like. I'll create another Discord server because my other one is just fucking gone now. And let's get started. Alright, so. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry, viewers. I fucking can't stand this, so help me God. Alright. Anyways, we're gonna start off with me, codename Raccoon, and my ultimate persona, Glossamus of the Full Arcana. Now, this deity is a fusion between the two brothers that have been born from the creator god to Balzac, according to Abenaki folklore. Glaska being the kind of like the good side in a way. He's kind of like a hero in a way. And Mousimus is a malevolent god that has been spread around the or spread across from the ashes of Tabaldac's creation that wasn't really in his favor. And Glossamus, like the design itself, I honestly do like, but I wish I could have done things a bit better. Like normally, I wanted to give a little bit of some aspects of Azabon's design in this, so I included his head in the middle, and yet I kind of feel like Glossamus kind of, how do I put it? Stepped down a little bit from Azabon, but then again, it's really good. The cybernetic wings, because of my love and interest in technology, and pretty much me mostly drawing things that have wings, really do stand out with this design. I mean, the crying blood with Azabon, I kind of wanted to do that. I kind of wanted to go with a yellow, a kind of darkish gray, and a lightish gray for the base of the design. And the fingers and the quote unquote feet are actually like guns, like how Aegis in Persona 3 has them. The halo representing, well, I kind of wanted to just have it there because I don't think there's any other Persona that has a halo besides Yamaoka. So, yeah, I'm gonna start. Like last time I gave Azabon an 8, but I kind of feel like Glossamus deserves. Like, I mean, I like Glossamus. He's just gonna get a 7 for me. I do like it, but it's just something that I could have really done a bit better. So, yeah, 7 for Glossamus. I'm just gonna make sure this thing actually fucking stands this time. Okay, so next up is Codename Rabbit and her ultimate persona, Hera of the Lover's Arcana. Hera in Greek mythology is the goddess of marriage, who is also the sister/wife of Zeus, who found out that Zeus was having an affair with Io, one of Hera's priestess. Zeus tried to hide Io by transforming her into a bull, thinking that something or other. I don't really remember much. I honestly do like Hera's design. It really did turn out great. I kind of think like the different shades of pink actually did work. The rose red with the flower worked. The golden bands are still like good. And I kind of think like the shoulder puff thingies are kind of interesting too. I really like how the gems kind of like symbolize a little bit of Aphrodite's design. It really did turn out fantastic though. Last time I gave Aphrodite, let me see, I gave Aphrodite an 8. I'm going to give Hera a 9. I really do like this design. It really did turn out well in my favor. So, well, at least one out of the couple other Ultimate Personas are going to be, you know. But yeah, 9 for Hera. I really do like how she turned out. Well, I wasn't really going to discuss the personas that haven't really gotten Ultimate forms. So I'm gonna just quickly go over again for Codename Fiend and Yami Yami of the Hierophant Arcana. I think Yami Yami honestly is a ridiculously good design. The serpent motif matches well with him being a river god. The light and dark shades of blue honestly did really well together. And I believe I gave Yami Yami a 9, and I honestly still appreciate that. So yeah, Yami Yami is still going to be a 9 for me. I really did well with his design. Okay, that was a close one. Phone almost dropped again. But next up is Codename Moonlight, our navigator of the team, and her ultimate persona. I can't believe I'm going to show this, but I have to. Tiamat of the Temperance Arcana. Again, this isn't official, but if it was, Tiamat would have been the first persona to ever be wielded by a persona user with the Temperance Arcana, and yet, I like how Tiamat goes. It basically, Tiamat in Mesopotamian mythology is known to being a primordial goddess of chaos and chaos and creation. And that's what the third tier personas are mostly going to be, just gods and goddesses of creation. And yet I like how the purple snake kind of like embodies the past reminiscent parts of Inanna's old statue. Putting the statue on top, making it more of like a superior being. The still sunken motif in terms of like the mobility of this thing really does shine. The orb, instead of an owl egg, it's a snake eye, and yet it really does pop. I like Tiamat. I really did well with this design. And honest to God, last time I gave Inanna a 7. I'm gonna go quickly on this and then give Tiamat a 9. I really do appreciate this. I think Tiamat really did well. But then again, the third tier persona is way more better, but that's a different video, so. Yep, 9 for Tiamat. Alright, so. Hold up, there we go. So next up is Codename Fennec, and his ultimate persona, Kuzunoa of the Emperor Arcana. Now, I know it may look like a reskinned Kitsune, but then again, it really does pop. The purple gems and the, like, crest thingy on the back really did show the design a little bit more premise than it already did. I don't know, like the little necklace thing with the bell is kind of cute. The spirits on top kind of reminiscent of the souls of the damned. And yet Kitsune in Japanese folklore is a heroic fox main character, apparently. I do really think that Kitsune had a couple different things that really did shine from the other initial personas in the other video, but I kind of think Kuzunoa, like, took that a little bit from this. It's not a bad thing, not a good thing. It's kind of like an in-between. Last time I gave Kitsune a 8. I'm honestly thinking Kuzunoa was another 9. I really do like how this design actually turned out. It's honestly cute, and I honestly like the transition from 5 tails to 7 tails. Wait until y'all see the third tier persona, which would be, obvious again, a different video. But as of now, I feel like Kuzunoa deserves a 9. He really does deserve it. Alright, so next up is Codename Dragon. Oh, wait, hold up. There we go. So next up is Codename Dragon, and his ultimate persona, Al-Shun of the Chariot Arcana. Even though Kuzunoa is the Emperor Arcana, I really do think that Al-Shun, and by extension Al Guang, is the Chariot for a couple different reasons. But then again, I really like how this design actually came out. It's more of like a thunder blue rather than a light yellow, like lightning bolt type of color. Like the way that I want to do the color scheme is like different shades of blue as well as orange instead of copying the same color scheme from Al Guang, which is just nothing but yellow and yellow and orange. Kind of want to make a little bit of a mix. Like the dark blue and the cyan really did work out well. The purple, the pink tongue and the red gums actually do really fit well together. The pearl, obviously representing the Chinese chronophage. And like the shell, from being like a shell full of gems on it, kind of like burst out a little bit into making this, which is just obviously a regular turtle shell with gems on it. But the dragon wing crawling out of it kind of gives a good representation of the third tier persona, which is going to be kind of different. And the golden quote unquote claws almost kind of really do well, even more better than the gray claws. So with that aside, Aoshun really did make a gigantic improvement, and I kind of think that Aoshun definitely deserves a 10 out of 10. He really does need it. Damn, somebody's fucking ringing at my fucking doorbell all of a sudden. It's weird. Next up is Codename Elf and his ultimate persona, Dagda of the Hermit Arcana. Dagda in Celtic mythology, I believe, is known to be one of the creator deities, and it really does stand out. I like kind of like the undead motif that this design has. The goat, like the hoof, almost like represents Cernunnos. Like the seaweed pattern on the cape, the spikes from the shoulder, and even the dead-looking face. I really like Dagda's design. However, I'm just gonna say this like now, so anybody else doesn't have to say it in the comments below. But Dagda just kind of looks too much like a zombie, and it wasn't really supposed to be meant for that. I believe the third tier persona is going to be looking a bit different, but I kind of think Dagda's a bit of a letdown. Last time I gave Cernunnos I gave Cernunnos last time a 9. It's a bit of a stretch, but if I had to give it a grade a bit lower, I would probably stick with the 7. I think Cernunnos really did well. The third tier persona is definitely going to be even more better, but again, we'll just have to see when the time comes. So as of now, 7 for Dagda, unfortunately. Alright, so fucking god, this phone. Okay, so next up is Codename Hawk in his ultimate persona, Hreggvelgr of the Sun Arcana. Hreggvelgr in Norse mythology is portrayed as an eagle-shaped originator with a wind. I honestly wanted to give it more of like a fire aspect of it, and before anybody says this, it is not the biggest bird meme, so don't even take that. Like Hreggvelgr, it's a bigger Vidolfinir. However, it does look a bit more serious than goofy, and that's what I wanted. A little bit. Last time I gave Vidolfinir a 6. Honestly, I think Hreggvelgr deserves an 8. I really do like how this design turned out. The only thing I would have done a bit different is making it look a bit dead in terms of like the eyes. But then again, Hreggvelgr is cool looking, so therefore it deserves a couple bonus points, and that's what it gave it the 8. So 8 for Hreggvelgr. Okay, so next up is... Okay, better fucking stand. Okay. Next up is Codename Raven in his ultimate persona, Khonsu of the Moon Arcana. Khonsu in Egyptian mythology is known to being a god of fertility and mostly the moon, and I really like how this design turned out. The floating bird head, from like the spiritual motif that it has, to like the... I don't even know what they're not really bandages, but they're kind of like stuff used for mummification around Khonsu's spiritual body to, keep it in place. This is actually a really good design, and If I had to give it a rating, I'd give Ibis last time a 9. I feel like Konsu is. Yeah, I feel like Konsu is a 10 out of 10. I really do like this. Konsu kind of really did show off most of the motif design inspirations than Resvelger did, unfortunately. But then again, I really liked how Konsu turned out. It turned out incredible. So yeah, 10 for 10 for Konsu. Next would have been codename Sin, and yet I didn't really think he needed an ultimate persona. So we're just back with Kamazatz of the Devil Arcana. Last time I gave Kamazatz an 8, I really did I don't really feel bad about this. Like, I feel like Kamazatz really did have to stick with the 8. I feel like he did deserve it. The design inspiration for being a bat god really did turn out great. The stained glass with the sickle honestly helped, and the razor claws, as well as the terrifying expression on his face. I do kind of like Kamazatz in a way to where he deserves an 8. If there was anything else added, he would have probably been a 9, but as of now, he's an 8. Alright, so next up is yet again our mascot character of the group, Yuffie Miyazaki, codename Rodent. The design herself I wish we did add a little bit of blue in there, but then again, some people can argue that this shade of gray is also like a little bit of a blue, so therefore it doesn't really matter that much. However, her persona Lobotora of the Magician Arcana, I do kind of feel a bit bad for giving her a poor rating last time. Like I said, it didn't really give any design inspirations that really stand out to me. I mean, a bull wolf being it does do stuff for me in a way. Like, I do like the concept of the design. It just didn't really stand out to me. When I looked into it a little bit more, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense type of thing. I honestly do feel kind of bad for Lobotora, and honestly, I really wish I did give it a bigger grade. So last time I unfortunately gave Lobotora a 5. I'm going to be a bit generous and boost that up to an 8. I feel like Lobotora really did stand out as a unique design, and I kind of felt ashamed that I didn't raise it to an 8 in the first place, so yeah. Alright, so we are down to the last member of the group. What used to be an outer god now has resigned to our android, kind of like Aegis, Metis, Sophia, stuff like that. So Kiara's new design, here she is. I really did like how this design turned out, especially with her weapon, Fate's Creation, which is an ancient rare artifact created by the outer gods to preserving the infinite cosmos from being unstable. And yeah, I feel like Kiara really did turn out as a really good design. But we're not here to talk about Kiara herself. No. We're here to talking about her ultimate persona, where there she is. The Hindu goddess of bees, also known as Brahmari of the Empress Arcana. I really like how Brahmari did turn out. The flower motif, as well as the golden and black rings signifying the bees. I really did like how she went from a punk rock star motif to kind of like a rich royal fancy type of motif. It's a really great transition, and I really did like how Brahmari did turn out to be. Last time I gave Asuhara a 10, I kind of feel like bad, but I'm gonna give Brahmari an 8, only because her third tier persona, I believe, is going to be a bit more better in terms of the design department rather than the unique concepts of her mythology type of thing. So, yeah, as of now, if I wanted to change Brahmari's rating, I could change it to a 9 just to be generous, but then again, I feel like her third tier persona would be a bit more on the the better side in a way, and that would deserve the 9 rating. So, yeah, my final rating for Bra Mari, she's gonna get an 8. She really did her best to being a design that I like. So, yeah, that was all the 9 Ultimate Personas, and a pretty much go back thing for 3 of the initial personas that can't really evolve into Ultimate Personas of the high school friend group that I have. There are a lot of they were mostly positives. Like, there were not really any negatives as much, but I kind of needed to lower the grade for safety precautions for a couple of them, mainly because of basically what I put down in the last video. But honestly, there were no downgrades or anything like that, except probably Glossamus, but I have to check. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been a little bit, but like I said, I came back for this one vid, and I'm gonna soon post a good reference on my community tab. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, and or subscribe. Share with your friends. Leave a comment down below any video of what game you guys want to see me do a Let's Play on next, and who knows, maybe we can do a co-op Let's Play with some other peeps. But that's all that time that I have for now, because I got shit to do. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see y'all soon. Goodbye.